Her sister died on the way to her own wedding because of her father, who quickly accepted that man's marriage proposal. They needed money, and he was the richest suitor. However, it was her sister who was supposed to marry him, but her sister was afraid to marry someone she didn't even know. She said she had heard that the Count was bad-tempered and hated women. She was sure he wasn't like that. Her sister was kind to her, so she decided to go and meet the Count in her place. But on the way, it was raining heavily and the ground was muddy, and as if it were karma, she got into an accident and ended up dying. After her sister lost her life, her mother came up behind her and slapped her, taking out all her grief on her. She said it should have been her who died. She kept hitting her, asking why she was still alive, and started accusing her of having killed her sister. She mocked her, saying her red hair was ugly, but her father ordered her to stop, saying it would leave marks on the girl's face. He said she shouldn't be beaten because Mary would take Anastasia's place, because she would marry the Count instead of her deceased sister. She asked if she really was going to marry him. He said she was ugly, but she would do. And besides, they needed money. They were completely broke. He said she now had an important role. He asked her to replace Anastasia, saying that this way she would make up for it. She wondered, make up for what? What crime had she committed? And that's how she was sent in her sister's place. He told her to be gentle, but when they arrived, the Count refused to let them enter. He had learned that he would be marrying the wrong daughter of the Baron. He still didn't know the blonde had died, but he didn't want the blonde anyway. He wanted the redhead. Her father panicked because he couldn't afford to lose this marriage. When she stepped outside to try to calm her father down, a maid recognized her and asked if she was Mary. She said yes, she was that man's daughter. The maid humbly apologized, saying she hadn't realized it was her in the carriage, and invited her inside. The man, however, was furious because he didn't want to marry the blonde. He ordered them to leave, saying that the one he had proposed to was the redhead. He said he should have taken her away that very night, but then he realized that the one standing there was actually the woman he truly wanted, even though he mixed up her name. She introduced herself as Mary, and then she realized that this was indeed the man from that night. Her father stepped forward but was ignored. The Baron said this daughter was far inferior to the other, but she would do. The Count became so angry that he scared her. Then he left, telling her to make herself at home in the castle.